Following on from last week's video, I thought I'd do a quick video showing how I butcher process my deer. I chose to do the Muntjac because it's a small manageable deer which I can do on camera quite easily. I'm not saying this is a masterclass in how to butcher and process deer, but it's just the way I do it, and I think it's a realistic way a casual stalker can have a bit of a setup in his garage. Like, we've got a little commercial fridge here, I think we paid about £500 for that a few years ago, and it works well for us. We can get, I think we've had about 3 or 4 row in here, a couple fallow, and then not even maxed it out with Muntjac, but it's a big enough fridge, it serves our purpose, and it keeps the deer cool, so we don't have to process them straight away. So it gives us a good week before we have to start doing what I'm about to do. So after I've skinned that, I tidied up the meat a little bit because it was a high shoulder shot, so it made a bit of a mess on the shoulder and the neck, so I cleaned up around that. And none of it goes to waste because all the excess meat that's damaged we give to my mate who has birds of prey, and they eat all that. He even takes the skins and they sort that out as well to pick at that, so nothing goes to waste. I'm going to start by just taking the shoulders off, which are going to be pretty damaged. I mean, that one's not too bad. I can clean that one up for mincing. Just follow the shoulder blade there, and it comes right off. That's the bad one. That's the shot it was shot on. So a lot of that will be trimmed out, minced up, and then thrown away. And why I'm in here as well, I go in at the tenderloins, just following the bone down, and just peeling it away slowly. You don't like to rush this bit because I do make a mistake sometimes and leave a bit of meat on the bone. And I find the tenderloins on Muntjac is the best part of the meat. You don't get much meat from it, but it's a really tasty part. Just keep following that up. And snip it off, and then I'll tidy that up as well in a bit in the larder, and then same on that side. Just peeling it off, making sure it comes off as close to the bone as possible. Fixing it all the way up. Same again, tidy that up in a bit. Now we've got the back straps, which is seen as the best part of the Muntjac. So all I'll do is follow the spine all the way down, and same thing as like the tenderloins, just try and peel it off. I'll probably do this on camera now and it'll look terrible and I'll make a mess of it. Sometimes I do it perfect, other times I mess it up, but we'll see. Again, just peel that skin off there because I'm going to tidy that off anyway. And just following it all the way up. And just nip it off there. That's the back strap. As I say, I'll tidy that up in a minute. I'll go and do the other one. I won't bother doing it twice on camera, it's just a waste of footage. Now we've just got the back legs, so I'm just going to saw this off first, just make it easier to work. And then again, that goes straight to the birds of prey. Like I said, I don't bother picking, especially off Muntjac, I don't bother picking all the ribs and stuff because we have a good outlet for the meat anyway, so it doesn't go to waste. But now we've got the 2 back legs. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave these in the fridge while I tidy these up, because I can leave these hung up, because I need to tidy these little bits up area before I put them into the kitchen part. So I'm going to take these up and start cleaning them up now. So this is a little larder kitchen that I've had built in my dad's garage. I would like it a little bit bigger, but it won't give me any more space. So this helps just process deer without having to take it in the house and make a mess, and especially considering I don't live here and it's not my house, so it's easier to stay out of the way and not get shouted at. So I'm going to start with the back straps. Normally I'd have the lights on, but it's giving a weird flickering effect, so I'll leave them off, else the camera will just mess up. So I'm going to start with the back straps. These are the ones we stripped off. I just cut them. It's hard with Muntjac because they're a lot smaller than roe, so I cut them around that sort of size there. So usually you get about 2 cuts out of it, and then you've got a little bit there, which with roe you get a bit more, so I just like to cut this up and I'll throw that in for my mince, for my burgers, sausage, or just general mince meat, and then I'll use that as a size to carry on with the other side. As I say, I'd rather have it more uniform, it just looks a little bit better than trying to take a little piece off just for the sake of salvaging it. And all I'll be doing then is taking off the top layer of silvering and the fat, just to present it up a little bit, which sometimes is easy. Muntjac I find harder because they're a tougher sort of deer. I just slide it down there and peel it off. Some people are better at this than me, and then again sometimes I get it better than others. Now I do throw that in for the mince meat because I find it adds a bit of fat to it, especially when we're doing burgers and sausages. And for that little ride down there, I'll just square that up. Let's get that off. There. And just square that bit there just to make it a bit tidier. That's one. And I'll just do the same with the others. And that's it, ready for vacuum packing now. This is promised to a mate who said he wanted some, so I know you watch the videos, Dave, so I'll just shout you out there. But that's your Muntjac backstrap for you. I'll vacuum pack that later with the rest of them. Now this is my favourite part of Muntjac, the tenderloins. There's not much meat to it, but having this on a little bit of toast with a bit of tomato, it's the best part of deer I enjoy eating. Problem is, you do lose a lot of it for tidying it up wise, because like I say, there's a little bit of sinew there what needs to come off. But I don't like to clean them up too much, because you do lose a lot of meat. But I don't like the texture on it if you start burning that. That's one there. And then this other one, it's pretty clean already, just a little bit of dried at the top there. That one's got a bit of sinew on it actually. Sinew, if you leave that on it just causes the meat to curl up when you're cooking it on high temperatures. Yeah, that's the tenderloin there. Throw that on a little pack. That's going to be mine, that. I'm going to have that for my lunch today actually. Right, so now we've got the shoulders, and as I say, there's quite a bit of meat damage on this because that's basically where I try to shoot your deer, especially with non-toxic rounds, just to get them dropped. So most of this ends up mince meat no matter what deer. Every so often on a red, I salvage it and I can get a nice joint out of it. But these, I'm just going to mince these up because there's not much meat on them anyway. But all I do with these, slice them up and add it to the tub. I won't show that because it's just pretty boring. Right, that's the shoulders stripped. I leave quite a bit of meat on them because, as I say, I do give it to my mate Terry for his birds of prey. So they get a lot of nutrients from that, and it gives a natural instinct of picking bones apart as well. So it don't go to waste, but it just gives me a little bit more room to not go overboard on stripping the bones off. Right, all I've got left are the 2 back legs now. What I normally do with these is a nice little roast, but because I'm only doing the one deer today, I've not got much mincemeat, so I'm going to chop this up and do it for mincemeat, because I'm going to plan on doing a lasagna video after this one, and it'll be from this deer basically. So I'm just going to cut that up, put it into the tub, and then we'll get ready for mincing. Again, I'll do that off camera. That's the meat strip there, and there's plenty of meat there left for Terry's birds of prey to pick at. But I'll get the minces set up now, and we'll run through this. That's all packaged up. Got 500 grams of mince, about 6 packs I think we got there, and then we've got the back straps and the fillets. I'm going to have the fillets myself, and then use a couple of packs of mince to do a lasagna video coming up in the next few weeks. As I say, all this is for my own personal consumption, so it's not meant to be professional. I built this little kitchen larder just to keep it out of the way, so I'm not making a mess, and it's easy to clean up after myself. And again, we've got the fridge for storing the deer, and then we can also store these packs in there before they go into the freezer. But if you've watched this far, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on the next video.